Go.
Hi guys, Jason here from Empire Distributing, here to talk to you about electronic ignition for your fire feature. This is for the consumer that doesn't necessarily want matchlit, where they're turning a key and lighting it by hand, or maybe they don't want the push button ignition. They want the ability to light their fire feature from either a switch on the wall, maybe an app on their phone through a Bluetooth switch. Maybe they're tying it into their pool system. Their pool system can run their filters, their lights, a lot of different things. They also want to run their fire feature. Maybe it's a commercial application where they're required to have an emergency stop switch, or they want to put it on a dial timer so this fire feature wouldn't get left on all evening at, let's say, a hotel or a restaurant. So those are all reasons why you would go to an electronic ignition. So some things to point out are some things that are important to know. With electronic ignition, they all have to be factory installed at Warming Trends. So other than what I have in front of me, any electronic ignition system will have to be ordered specific for your project. So we need to add a little bit of time for manufacturing, a little extra time and money for shipping. So keep that in mind. What I have in front of me is a very common size. This is a 29¼ inch round plate with a 180,000 BTU burner. We stock these in natural gas and propane. This is a great size because it fits a lot of the major manufacturers' fire features, anything from roughly 29¼ inches all the way up to about 32 or 33 inches if you use our collar system for mounting. So it has a lot of versatility. We keep this on the shelf because we get so many calls for it. Some things I want to point out, I'm just going to tip this up a little bit so you guys can see this a little bit better. This has something different than our matchlit system has and our push button. This is a complete pilot assembly here. It has a hot surface ignition in there. There's a pilot assembly in there. There's a flame sensing rod in there that senses to make sure that this feature is running. If for any reason this pilot flame or the burner blows out, this is a safety system to shut everything off. Now, with an electronic ignition system, you still have to install your key valve kit, whether it's a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch. This is going to be important. That manual shutoff needs to be within 6 feet of any appliance. Now with electronic ignition, chances are this will be on all the time. There's a gas valve inside that's shut off. It won't light until you actually engage your switch or engage your dial timer or engage your telephone. So just a little bit about what it looks like on top. I'm going to flip this over for you so you can see the underside. So a couple different things I'd like to point out here. First of all, you'll notice that this comes with a standard 110 volt power cord. So there's no wiring needed by the contractor. They do need to bring a receptacle to the fire feature. That would have to be activated by either a switch or a dial timer, one of those devices. But as long as we can plug into that receptacle and that receptacle is hot, this system is going to activate or come on. Inside the silver box on your left-hand side is going to be the gas valve. This aluminum housing is sealed and watertight all the way around on the outside, so it's very reliable. It's resistant to rain and snow and all the weather that we get. In this box, this is your control module. So inside here, it's really just the brain of the system. This is what's plugged into the power. It's in a NEMA rated box, so again, resistant to rain and water and snow and all those things. What's important to note on an electronic ignition system, we need to use a cover on the top of this. Any electronic fire feature, in order to activate the warranty, has to have a cover installed when not in use. What we're trying to avoid is water getting into these jets, working its way back into this gas valve on the inside and creating damage, rust, and corrosion. So if you're going to go to electronic ignition, it's very important to let your consumer know that this fire feature needs to be covered when not in use. So I just wanted to point that out. Hopefully that was some helpful information on electronic ignition. If you have any questions, please contact us at Empire Distributing, and thank you for watching.